And I see my cousin here now. He's going to come up and share some songs with you. And again, that drum is very sacred to each and every one of us. And not all of us are drummers or singers. And I want to thank Cousin for bringing that forward. Hi, Chapka.
Thank you, Patty, for asking us to be here today. And I like all the words that have been shared already. I'm glad my stepson can make it here with me. Like I heard earlier, ones that are here are the ones meant to be here. I asked a few other singers to come join me, but unfortunately they couldn't be here. And we're going to share a few songs today. A lot has crossed my mind listening to some of the speakers. One of the things I heard before in a youth conference, was that I liked what that one facilitator said. Because I was one of the organizers for the conference, I was in there with all the facilitators when they had their meeting before they went out into the classrooms to do their facilitating. He said that, we don't know the ones we're speaking to because they're from all over BC. We don't know them. We don't know who they are. We don't know their names. And he says, but we get to spend a little bit of time with them today. He says, to me, it's like we have seeds, and because we don't know them, it's almost like putting the seeds over a fence. And he says, and we want to plant these seeds. And so, and it's the teachings that get passed on. That's the way I see it. Is that we gotta help the young ones grow. And that's one of the things I liked and just wanted to share today. There's been, I like the one about the rock. I went and helped a buddy of mine get some of the lava rock. We went for a cruise around BC looking for lava rock for his sweat. And, that was an adventure. We were up in a mountain and there was a lightning storm happening, and we were standing under standing under a tree, and there was lightning all around us. And I said, I don't think this is a very good idea. We took off running down the mountain because there was lightning all happening all around us. So yeah. But one of the rocks I found as getting the kawa and quintals most of my life for new dancers, I'm just a rock collector. Collectors, getting the new dancers a rock. Well, I picked up a rock in one of the rivers we're at somewhere near Penticton, and it was a good-sized rock. I picked it up, and I was walking back to the truck, and that rock, it looked like an evil face just came out of it, and I just dropped it, and I said, no, you can stay here. And so I've never seen anything like that before, never witnessed anything, but I just wanted to share that too, that, there's good rocks and bad rocks, I guess. And so I always like to look for the round, black, smooth rocks. That's the type we get for the new dancers. But I like the round rocks and the square rocks. You don't find a square rock very often. So anyway, I'm going to get down to, we're going to sing Echo Song. It's also a healing song, celebration song, and we're going to finish off with a farewell song. So, Haichika. song takes my breath away. Well, geez. Sure. Thanks. Yeah, these songs, gifts. It's kind of get to me sometimes. There are a lot of meanings behind all these songs. Think of loved ones that aren't here, and I was glad to see them in dreams. And but that song came to me when we lost two people, and when my mom wanted to go see the family, and I was in training in Penticton. I had to go catch the ferry, and Mom says, "As hard as it is to leave, you have to go." As soon as I walked out of that house, that song came to me, and I just sang it all the way across on the ferry. I stayed on the car, and one of the people from Campbell River caught the ferry from Nanaimo to Vancouver, and so I met him there, and he had an eagle he got from conservation, and he wanted help taking the feathers off it, and he wanted me to sing some songs. And at the time, I only knew some of the Sinqua songs, and I told him, yeah, sure, I can share some songs, sing some songs at the beach. And so when I seen him again, he had two eagles, and I told him we had tragedy back home, and I said, but the thing about that, when I left that home, I sang the song, and I sang it all the way across, and then I went to the washroom before we landed, and I lost my vehicle, which turned out really good, because I had to wait till all the cars got off the ferry before I could get off, and then he was standing there waiting for me. So when he had that big white cooler, and he says, "I don't have one eagle, I have two," And he was really happy, and I just said, wow. I said, for me, there's a connection with that song, the two that we lost, this song and the two eagles. And I said, this is going to be a farewell song for me. So, and the Echo song, my mom was in the hospital at the time, and I was trying to put that song together, and that's what I was doing. I was singing it, and then I'd go like that. And so I thought of an echo. And the first time I sang it, I told my mom I went to visit her, and I said, oh, I got a new song. And she says, well, I want to hear it. I said, I can't sing it here. And there was a nurse there, and she says, yeah, you can. And so I went out and grabbed my drum and went into my mom's room again, and there was about 8 other nurses there, and they closed the door, and so they all heard that song. And one of the Unity singers, Brad Dick, he says, if you sang that song for the first time at the hospital, then it's also a healing song. And so then the celebration song came to me when I was selling my mom's pop. She had pop for Tribal Journeys and all her crafts she was selling down at the big house in West Saanich. And Tribal Journeys moved and carried on to Duncan, and I told Mom, I'm going to go watch them land in Duncan because it was quite exciting. There's 100 canoes or something like that. And so Mom says, bring my pop and sell it. And I was like, okay. So I brought Tanya with me, and we ended up selling like her 12 cases of pop, and then we ended up going to the store over and over all day, and wasn't expecting it. But I started to sing that song, and I was like, I never heard anybody singing that song today, but I just kept on singing it. And then Toby, who couldn't make it today, he says, oh, I want to learn that song. I said, okay. And I said, I want to put it together. And so we usually sing 4 verses, and it gets longer and faster each verse. And if we had another singer here today, we probably would have done the 4. But sometimes I'll go with 3, and I'll think mind, body, and soul. And yeah, I think there's lots of prayers out today, and so I just thought mind, body, soul. Brandon and I will sing 3 verses of it. So yeah, those are my 3 songs that have come to me over the years. And I've heard some stories about people's alcohol drinking days, and just 1994, I used to be in that same boat. And 1994, I had a warm beer, and I just said, I don't want this one, I want a cold beer. Lady brought me another beer, and it was warm, and I just thought, why do I even drink this? And I pushed it away, and I said, I'll have a 7-Up with ice, please. And then I just said, party's over for this guy. And that was it. Just before Halloween, 1994. I don't remember exactly what day it was, but I always say just before Halloween sometime. So I just wanted to share that, and thank you for listening. Haichika, thank you for inviting us. Haichika.
The songs that you share, again, it's an uplift for the ones that's going to see it years down the road. And I thank nephew for being up there. The voice that you carry, it's a big voice, it's a clear voice. Just carry that on. It's what we call medicine. You're a medicine to each and every one of us, and that's what we can share. I want to thank Uncle for being here as long as he could. For the weather, it's not too good out there. We have to think of our elders. The elders come first at all times.